Oh, I'm well happy with that. Hello, welcome to Initial B. Welcome to episode 2 of me building the Legacy. Episode 1 was just a basic remap. I hope you saw it. 280 horsepower up to 330. I took 1.2 seconds off my 0 to 60 time, which I'm really happy with. So this is part 2. Part 2, the car handles really well as standard actually, but it's not quite as playful as you might expect. Well, in fact, it's a big estate, you probably do expect that. Yeah, it's not all that playful. So, white line anti-roll bars and a Tein Lowering spring kit going on. Also off camera I fitted some anti-lift kit, a white line anti-lift kit. They were a massive pain to fit and I wish I'd have filmed it, but they looked so easy I thought I'm not going to bother with that. Got the car tracked and then let's see how we got on. But please, if you enjoyed it or you like this build, please like and subscribe because it helps me know what's happening. And if you find anything else you like or what you want me to do to the Legacy, please comment, let me know. Alright, enjoy. Okay, so doing these out on the drive, I'd be a little worried because these tines are supposed to be shorter, obviously lowering springs, about 25mm longer, 20mm longer, but that's this spring like out the shock, so we'll see, hopefully they're good. But these have been sat in my shed for probably about a year. I need to get them on. And these shocks, they're 3 bolts, they're the easiest shocks I've ever taken off. Easy. No, I feel this is worth saying. All that dirt and grime look in here. Dirt houses moisture and water, so if you just scrape most of it off, spray it with a cleaner, and then I douse everything WD-40. I won't put any on there. I don't know if it should or not, if it'll ruin the rubbers in here, but just keeps the moisture away. And when your spring perch is sat there and your spring sat in that, if that gets covered in dirt, then all winter that will be cold, wet, full of moisture, and will rot the bottom of your spring, even though these tines come with a really nice like protector on them. Worth doing. And show you something with these. The coil where it starts and finishes are different to OEM. So if you line up that bit there with top, and let me grab this, see what the imprint is there. If you just match that up with that, they don't fit. So the tip is douse that in WD-40 or Audi Special. Put your top cap on. You don't need to spring compress these because they'll just drop on just a little bit of pressure. Drop your top hat on and don't line it up at all. So line it up opposite. So where that goes there, look, normally, yeah, see the imprint, just gonna spin it around the other way. That way this won't lock onto the spring. Because it's covered in WD-40, it will now slide for a little bit. So you'll be able to push it up, rotate the top hat, not fully tightened in the car, and then put your 2 top nuts on. When you've got your bottom bolt aligned with the shock tower, I'll come and show you now. Yeah, when you've got that bolt, that one there lined up, you can then rotate your top hars in. And you're going to be able to see? No. You'll be able to line that up with your 2 holes there and then tighten your top nut through that hole. Yeah, all good. No spring compressors needed. So, as I mentioned, that top hat's loose and this bottom is not lined up, it's not square. So, what we can do is just pull on the bottom and turn it round. You can put the bolt in if you want, give you a bit of leverage, but also kind of lines you up with a hole. I'm happy with that now, that wasn't far out. And then this is always a struggle, but if you've taken the anti-roll bar off, which I always suggest you do when doing your shocks, you can just kind of get that aligned. And you can look through the hole to get your height. That is the right height. Just needs to be that way a little bit. Take a bit of stress off. Come on. Hey, struggle. There's no need to struggle that much. Annoyingly, the other side, I did first off camera to make sure that that worked. Went perfectly well. Anyway, got that bottom nut done up now. And drop that. Tighten up your top hat nut, tighten up your 2 bolts that goes to the chassis, and tighten that one up. I hate fitting rusty parts. Let's get these cleaned up. It didn't take long. A few hits with the sandpaper, bit of Dremel on the difficult stuff, and then some underbody spray. That looks sound there, well. Nothing pretty, but not rusty. Genuine parts. Time to lower it down. Let's get them jack stands out. Oh, I'm well happy with that. Let's get the fronts done and then we'll do a proper walk around. So excited. We're back in the shed. I wanted to take you for a drive, but what I did, as projects do, is get out of hand. So, anti-roll bars on, lowering springs on, car looks loads better. What I then did was, why it was up on like stands and stuff, is start taking the 2 turbos off. So I didn't get to take it out for a drive. I didn't get to film it anyway. I took it out, make sure there's no knocks and bangs and stuff, everything was good. And then, yeah, I started taking the engine to bits. So that you'll see an update. You will see an update. I'll update you on the single turbo stuff. So episodes coming, I've got stripping down for a single turbo conversion, and I've got rebuilding using the single turbo stuff, and then I'm going to take it back to get my Link ECU fitted with Bob Rawle and get him to map it as well. That will be on another video. So if you're enjoying this, please subscribe.